Keep that one for me.
I'm getting this one. I don't know that one.
All right, Norman, but I think Stanionis is the number 2 in the welterweight division. Can he knock off Boots? Yeah, of course he can. Do I think he will? No, but he can.
What are you getting ready for?
For Ennis Boots.
Oh, you find Boots in it?
Yeah.
147?
Yeah.
Stanionis is a great fight, you know, and I feel like, I know I'm the best at the weight division, at welterweight division, and he the second best, and the best fighting the best.
The most awaited welterweight unification fight between Jaron Ennis and Eimantas Stanionis has caught the attention of boxing fans and experts around the world. In this big match, Ennis will defend his IBF title, while Stanionis brings his WBA belt. Both fighters are ready to give their best and prove they are the top name in the welterweight division.
Jaron Ennis will put up his belt against the belt of Eimantas Stanionis April 12th in luxurious Atlantic City.
I love that fight. I'll tell you though, Kim, like I mentioned last time, I was a little concerned with him squeezing himself down to the weight class. He's going to do it yet again. It's a big opportunity for Stanionis if he's able to hang in there and maybe catch him in the later rounds. A big fan of Boots, but I feel like he's bursting out the seams and he's doing himself a disservice, squeezing himself down to this weight class. I think he'll shine even more once he starts stepping up in weight.
Stanionis is a hard-nosed, rugged, two-fisted grinder. Not great one-punch power, but he beats on you. Leaves bruises all over your body.
Jaron Ennis has quickly moved up the welterweight ranks, known for his strong power and sharp skills. In 2024, he showed his talent by stopping David Avanesyan in the 5th round in July and winning a clear decision against Karen Chukagian in November. These wins have made him a serious threat in the welterweight division. Ennis, who comes from Philadelphia, has a perfect record of 33 wins, with 29 of them by knockout. In November 2024, he beat Karen Chukagian by unanimous decision at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, showing how well he can control a fight. Before that, in July, Ennis got a 5th round TKO over David Avanesyan, proving his strong finishing skills.
Nice, right? Nice. Over and under, right there. Over and under with that same hand, right there. Yeah, turn it. Turn your hip with it. Do it again. Go take that hip with it. That's it. Do it again. Come back with the hook. Nice, nice, nice.
What about Boots? Boots is the mandatory. He's calling you out now.
Right now in my career, a lot of people like boost this, boost that, boost this. You know, fighting Boots is a lose-lose situation. I win, they're gonna say, oh, well, he was young, he wasn't ready. You got the experience over him. You got so much more than this kid that never been tested before, you know, because we always seen him win a fashionate way, you know, to where we say, oh man, he's cold, he's skillful, but he's never been in the ring with nobody to test him. Me fighting Boots, not a mega fight. I'm looking for a big challenge. Not taking anything away from Boots, but where I am at in my career right now, on my ass off to get to where I am. And I deserve to do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Eimantas Stanionis, a 2016 Olympian, has shown strong determination and never gives up in the ring. He won the WBA title by beating Radza Butayev in 2022 and became the full champion in 2024. Even though he had some time away from the ring because of opponent health problems, Stanionis is still known for being tough and always moving forward. Eimantas Stanionis, who represents Lithuania, has a perfect record of 15 wins with 9 knockouts. In May 2024, he won a unanimous decision over Gabriel Maestre at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, showing his strength and smart fighting. Before that, in April 2022, he got a close split decision win against Raja Butta, proving he can win even in tough fights.
What are you getting ready for?
For Ennis Boots.
Oh, you find Boots in it?
Yeah.
147?
Yes.
Hey, you gotta lose some weight too.
Yeah. part of the game, huh?
I can't believe Eimantas Stanionis re-signed the PBC, man. That's got to be one of the saddest things I've seen. I hope that shit is so fake. I mean, it ain't fake because Michael Coppinger reporting it, but damn, he shouldn't have did that, man. I don't know what they gonna give him on that PBC side.
Both fighters have trained hard for this unification fight. Ennis has been working on his defense and counter-punching, getting ready for Stanionis' aggressive style. His team is focusing on footwork and side-to-side movement to find better angles and take advantage of openings in Stanionis' defense. Stanionis, on the other hand, has focused on building his stamina and conditioning. His training is all about keeping up the pressure throughout the fight. His team is working on ways to cut off the ring, limit Ennis' movement, and force close-range exchanges where Stanionis can use his strong inside fighting. Ennis will likely try to use his longer reach to keep Stanionis at a distance. He plans to use quick jabs and fast combinations to score points without getting into long exchanges. His ability to switch stances might confuse Stanionis and help him find more chances to land clean shots. Stanionis will try to close the gap and stay close, using body shots early on to slow Ennis down and make him easier to hit as the fight goes on.
Jaron, Ennis, and Stanionis. Let me tell you something. Jaron Ennis passes the eye test. He's never been in a fight for me to convincingly say he's passed the test. He's never been through adversity. Never been hurt. Never really been hit and clipped that had him dazed. It hasn't happened. So for everybody saying Jaron Boots Ennis is the truth, he beats everybody, hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. He does pass the eye test, I'll tell you that. But this fight against Stanionis, who's 15-0, and Jaron Ennis 33-0, this is the fight, in my opinion, that's going to say if he passes the test. Like, Stanionis is a tough Lithuanian. He gets busy in the ring. Bit of inactivity. You can blame Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford for that shit. But the bottom line is Stanionis ain't coming to lay down. If Boots can do Stanionis the way he did Roman Villa, then Boots is on his way. Anyway, I got Boots. Probably by stoppage late in the fight, Stanionis takes too many shots, and then he'll be on, hopefully, to a unification.
Eimantas Stanionis has shared his confidence about finding weaknesses in Ennis' style, saying, "When I was supposed to fight him in 2020, I saw holes." He also admitted that both fighters see each other's flaws, adding, "I think he sees the holes in my style as well." On the other hand, Jaron Ennis is focused on proving himself in this big fight. He said, "This is the fight I've been waiting for. I believe I was made for moments like this, and on April 12th, I will be making a big statement. You will see the very best of me. It's time to shine, be great, and collect those belts."
Jaron Ennis versus Eimantas Stanionis, April 12th at the Boardwalk. Unification class at welterweight. Jaron Ennis is finally getting a chance to crack. Getting a crack at getting another title. He's been clamoring that he wants he wants to be chasing legacy, and I'm not mad at it, because I feel like more guys should chase legacy. But this is supposed to be a good scrap. Both guys are undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. I think Ennis is 33-0, 29 KOs. Forgot what Stanionis is, but Stanionis comes from the Eastern European style, and you're gonna make it very tough on Jaron Ennis. It's not gonna be a cakewalk, and I'm kind of glad that Stanionis finally came out and said, "I'm still right here." Guys like to disregard Stanionis, don't even say his name, and you really would forget he has the WBA title at welterweight.
To deal with Ennis' speed and movement, Stanionis will likely use a game plan that focuses on non-stop pressure and a high work rate. By staying on the attack, he wants to break Ennis' rhythm and force him into close exchanges where Stanionis' power and toughness can shine. It's also important for Stanionis to improve his defense. Moving his head better, blocking punches, and clinching when needed can help him survive Ennis' fast punches and reduce the damage from his attack. Targeting Ennis' body could also work well for Stanionis. If he lands enough body shots, it might slow Ennis down and make him less mobile, giving Stanionis more chances to land clean punches to the head later in the fight. Controlling the ring by cutting off Ennis' escape routes can limit his movement and force the fight to happen in close range, where Stanionis feels most confident. Knowing what Stanionis might try, Ennis may use different moves to stay in control. Using side-to-side movement and keeping distance can stop Stanionis from building pressure and help Ennis control the fight's pace. His fast hands can help him land quick combos and stop Stanionis from pushing forward. By timing his counterpunches and using the whole ring, Ennis can take advantage of any mistake Stanionis makes and keep the action in spots that favor him.
high guard up, but he's actually low-key a counter-puncher. A lot of people don't realize that and don't see him as a counter-puncher, because most people, when they see a counter-puncher, they're seeing shit like this. You know, they slip, and then they tag him. But Stanionis doesn't do that. You see, he's very sneaky. If you know boxing, you know what I'm talking about. This dude will be in his high guard, and then as soon as you attack, he attacks with you. Soon as you throw your shit, yo, he'll tag you with a freaking hook. Soon as you throw that, boom, he's throwing while you're throwing. So, and we know that Boots sometimes, he has the nice short, you know, uppercuts and shit, but Boots likes to throw wide a lot of times. And if Stanionis happens to time Boots while Boots is going ham on him or whatever, because he's on the high guard. So I know Boots is going to try to break his high guard. He's going to try to, you know, go with his jab. He's going to try to throw the uppercuts in his southpaw stance, whatever he's going to get into. Stanionis already watched the tapes. He already knows. So he's going to work on that timing. So as soon as, you know, Boots is trying to go to his body or go to, you know, the side of his head or whatever the case may be, comment below if this actually does happen, because a lot of the times when I call these things that does happen, watch when I'm telling you while Boots is trying to break Stanionis' high guard, he's going to get caught with some shit. And I hope Boots can handle his power, because if Boots can't handle his power, he's going to get stumbled.
Promoter Eddie Hearn has talked about how important this fight is, saying, "This is a simply brilliant fight. When we signed Boots, I said to him that we would deliver unifications, and it's great to get this over the line." With the biggest fight of his career coming up, Hearn added, "I know Jaron will shine brighter than ever."
There was definitely conversations between Matchroom and Top Rank on that. Some numbers were discussed. We had to kind of halt those because our strict instructions for Ennis are, I want to unify.
Yeah.
And if I can't unify, I'll either move to 154 and fight Ortiz, or potentially we could fight Teofimo Lopez. I like the Lopez fight, but all he wants to do is unify. So we're going to exhaust those conversations with the champions. And if we can't make it, we could fight Lopez or we could fight Ortiz.
Yeah.
But you will see, whatever happens, you will see Ennis either in a unification or a massive fight next.
Christian Carto, a super bantamweight contender with a record of 23 wins and 1 loss, including 16 knockouts, has shared his thoughts on the much-awaited welterweight unification fight between unbeaten IBF champion Jaron "Boots" Ennis and undefeated WBA champion Eimantas Stanionis. In his view, Carto sees Ennis's speed, power, and versatility as major strengths that could give Stanionis a tough challenge. He explains that Ennis's exciting fighting style helps him control the pace of the fight, making it hard for his opponents to follow their game plan. At the same time, Carto gives credit to Stanionis for his toughness and pressure. He points out that Stanionis' come-to-gorth style and strong chin have helped him win past fights. But Carto also thinks Stanionis might struggle against a top-level fighter like Ennis, especially if he can't close the distance and stop Ennis from fighting his way. Carto believes the result of the fight will mostly depend on whether Stanionis can handle Ennis's fast start, and then find his own rhythm. If Stanionis lets Ennis take control and set the pace, it could be a hard night for him. But if Stanionis can break Ennis's flow and force a close-range battle, he might be able to find chances to land big punches and change the outcome.
Boots is ready. I mean, I think whoever Boots fights, I think he can beat. And he's training super hard, so he's ready to fight. It's going to be a good night for him, too.
All right, now, you know he's been after a unification bout for probably like the last year or so.
Yeah.
He's been in search of the big fights. Like, what is that like as a fighter, you know, waiting to get an opportunity?
I don't know. I can't really tell you because I don't have a belt. But, I mean, I'm sure he's excited and he's been waiting for it for a while. So, I mean, I guess excitement.
Now, you've been in training camp with him. What kind of Jaron Ennis are you expecting to show up that night?
The best one that you've ever seen. He always works hard, so he's always in really good shape and strong and fast. So, I mean, you'll see. This guy's good too.
Trainer Derek Bozy Ennis, father of IBF welterweight champion Jaron "Boots" Ennis, has shared his excitement for the upcoming fight against WBA champion Stanionis. He views Stanionis as a strong opponent, recognizing his warrior spirit and toughness. Bozy believes that Stanionis will bring a lot of pressure. but he is confident in his son's abilities. Reflecting on his son's recent performances, Bozy notes that Jaron has become overly focused on getting knockouts, which has caused him to overlook the basic techniques that helped him achieve success in the past. He stresses the importance of going back to their roots, using the jab, and focusing on boxing and movement to regain their previous form. Addressing the criticisms that his son avoids tough fights, Bozy dismisses these ideas. He points out that they have always called out top contenders like Stanionis and Keith Thurman, and has expressed frustration over missed opportunities for big fights. Despite these setbacks, Bozy remains hopeful, believing that the right opportunities will eventually come. Looking ahead, Bozy Ennis is excited about potential matchups that could raise his son's status in boxing. He mentions a possible super fight between Jaron and Vergil Ortiz Jr., believing it could captivate fans with both fighters' aggressive styles and impressive records. While he sees the challenges in such a fight, Bozy slightly favors Ortiz due to his punching power, expecting an all-action bout from the start.
Is going for his first unification bout.
Right.
Ring Magazine, WBA against Eimantas Stanionis.
Right.
Me and you've been talking for years. That's a fight that you had circled, I'm talking about 3-4 years back.
Way back, yes.
Now it's on the doorstep. What do you expect?
I expect a good fight, man, between Stanionis and Boots. Yeah, I mean, he's a good fighter, man. You know, like I tell you, I don't talk about no fighters like them other guys be building themselves up and, you know what I mean, saying this guy can't do this, guy can't do that. Once you're in that ring, man, you don't know anything can happen in that ring. But I know right now, and for sure, it's going to be a spectacular fight. You want to see Boots probably go to another level.
The welterweight unification bout between Jaron Boots, Ennis, and Eimantas Stanionis has gained a lot of attention, especially with top boxing champions and promoter Eddie Hearn involved. Stanionis, the WBA welterweight champion, had previously set a goal to be very active in 2025, aiming to fight 3 times and pursue unification bouts with other world champions. However, his connection with PBC created challenges in making these big fights happen. The promotional landscape in boxing is complex, with companies like Matchroom Boxing, led by Eddie Hearn, working independently. This makes it difficult to arrange cross-promotional bouts. Aware of these challenges, Hearn took steps to make the unification fight between Ennis and Stanionis happen. He recognized that fighting Stanionis would be Ennis's toughest challenge, and highlighted the importance of this matchup. Hearn's strategic move not only gave Ennis a tough opponent, but also helped navigate the issues caused by PBC's involvement. By organizing this fight, Hearn made sure both fighters had the opportunity to show their talents on a major platform, benefiting their careers and the sport as a whole.
PBC seen food. You seen Eddie Hearn said that the PBC already messaged him and said, look, let's step aside Gayasev and go straight into the Boots fight. They seen food. They want
they trying to do Stanionis Boots?
Yeah, they want that food.
Now, Stanionis likes to fight on the inside. He's rough, rugged. Is he a level above a Karen, do you think?
He's good. Butayev, I rank him as a tough, dirty fighter. Stanionis got past that. Stanionis has a very disciplined jab. Like, he don't stop throwing that jab. Boots gonna have to get around that jab. But Stanionis don't move his head a lot. He's there to get hit. He's another target for Boots to really wail on. I mean, he gets hit. He just fights back. But that boy get hit.
The opening betting odds for the welterweight unification bout between Jaron Boots Ennis and Eimantas Stanionis have been released, with Ennis positioned as the clear favorite. According to Forbes, Ennis opened as a 700 favorite, meaning a bettor would need to wager $700.00 to win $100.00 on Ennis. On the other hand, Stanionis opened at plus 400, meaning a $100.00 bet on him would earn a $400.00 profit if he wins. Similarly, Box Live reported that Ennis opened as the favorite at 590, while Stanionis' opened at plus 400. These odds have shifted slightly since then, with Ennis' odds shortening to minus 103 and Stanionis' odds widening to plus 200. These changes reflect the betting market's confidence in Ennis' superior power and skill, as he has an impressive record of 33-0 with 29 knockouts. Stanionis, who is also undefeated at 15-0 with 9 knockouts, is still seen as the underdog in this matchup. Bettors and fans are closely watching any further changes in these odds as the fight date gets closer. This unification bout is crucial for the welterweight division, as the winner will hold multiple titles and position themselves as a leader in the division. A victory could open the door to future high-profile matchups and lucrative opportunities. Given the talent at 147 pounds, the winner could move on to more unification bouts. The boxing community is excited about this matchup, seeing it as a clash of two top-tier talents with contrasting styles. Many analysts are predicting it could be a candidate for Fight of the Year.
We're jumping to an up-and-coming fighter that was just announced maybe a few weeks ago in regards to Jaron Boots Ennis. He's going to be facing Stanionis. For Stanionis. Well, both of them have titles, but this is the fight that people were, they want to see Boots in, and these are fights that Boots had wanted. He wanted to fight the champions. And now all of a sudden, he has Stanionis who stepped up to the plate and want to take that fight. Why do you think they're doing this now? Stanionis allowing him to fight Boots.
You said why?
Yeah.
I mean, it's time. You can't keep going back and forth with the same old story. This guy ducking, that guy ducking.
The event is scheduled for Saturday, April 12th, 2025, with the main card starting at 8 p.m. ET. Both fighters bring impressive skills and undefeated records to the ring. Ennis is known for his explosive power and dynamic offense, with 29 knockouts in 33 professional fights. His ability to smoothly switch stances and deliver punches from different angles makes him a tough opponent. Stanionis, on the other hand, is known for his relentless pressure and durability. His strong defense and effective body attacks have helped him rise in the welterweight division. The fight between Ennis's agility and offensive versatility and Stanionis' resilience and pressure fighting style promises to be an exciting one. Fans are eager to see how these contrasting styles will play out, making this a must-watch event in the boxing calendar.
Jaron Boots Ennis is going to be fighting Eimantas Stanionis, who holds the WBA title and who's undefeated with the record of 15 wins with 9 knockouts. Now, this fight doesn't seem to be an easy fight for Jaron Ennis, especially not after his defense looked a little sloppy in his fight against Karan, and also because Eimantas has a lot of power, and stylistically he could give Jaron Ennis problems because he's very good when it comes to putting pressure as he picks his shots wisely. But I do believe that Jaron Ennis is the best in the division, so I see him outboxing and outperforming Eimantas and taking the win by decision.
Who do you think has the edge? Ennis with his versatility and reach advantage, or Stanionis with his relentless pressure and inside fighting skills? Share your predictions and thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and stay informed. Stay tuned for more updates, and let's keep our news accurate.